Nicholas Thorne, a games tycoon, has been forced to play the one game by Magnus, his former business partner. Magnus has stolen over £2 million from Nick's company, Sorcerer, and has kidnapped Jenny, Nick's ex-wife. He's also in league with Nick's girlfriend, Faye. Tom Dark, the finance director of Nick's company, has given business rival Lord Main the means to mount a takeover bid for the company.
Last day. It's almost over.
Magnus! I've been looking for you. We've got to talk.
Later, I'm afraid.
Listen, Maine will be moving fast. That's his style.
Don't worry, all taken care of. Trust me.
You're an early riser, like me.
My father told me never to trust early risers.
Did he give a reason?
Yes. He said that they were people who liked to have the world to themselves.
It's very wise.
What do you want?
As ever.
My cooperation. You haven't had it so far. What makes you think you'll get it now?
I thought perhaps guilt.
For what?
You weren't such an innocent bystander, were you? Well, what did you call it? Black Friday.
Nick, it's Magnus we're talking about. He has got a right to be here.
No point.
What do you mean, no point?
It's part of the deal.
What is?
They think we've relied too much on him. Too many eggs in one basket. From now on, he gets treated just like anyone else with an idea.
Was this their idea or yours?
What does it matter? They're backing me, not him.
There is a difference between revenge and retribution, isn't there, Jenny?
Retribution? I prefer revenge. least it's human.
Are you saying he's beyond redemption?
Come on. Everything's ready for you. Well, well. The gang's all here. What did he say to you? Eh? What did he promise you? How did he turn you against me?
He just sent me to find you. That's all he had to do.
I'm trying to conduct what you might call an inquiry. I simply want you to answer some questions as frankly as possible.
What sort of questions?
They concern Nicholas.
Where is he?
I'm interested in your view of him as a businessman, an entrepreneur.
Pretty good. Very competitive. Good improviser. And he's lucky. He gets away with things. Pretty good. On the surface, anyway.
And below the surface?
Oh, I don't know. Look, what's this all for?
I simply want you to answer the questions, the truth, the whole truth, and so on.
Yes, but what's the point? What difference does it make? What answers you get? What were you saying?
Below the surface.
Yes, right. Well, first, he's not as good as he imagines. He thinks he's always on top of things, but he isn't. If, for example, there's some big deal going on, there's always a lot of detail he simply can't be bothered with.
But surely someone in his position can't be expected to handle everything.
No, but it's the attitude,
The attitude to what?
the business. He despises it. It's just another kind of game to him. If he can't outsmart somebody, it's not worth doing. It's just a way of proving...
Proving what?
Oh, I don't know. I don't understand him. I never have done. Maybe it's some kind of inferiority complex. I don't know. Ask a psychiatrist.
Good idea. Oh, thank you. It's very enlightening.
Is that all? When do we get to talk about the other matter?
Oh, don't worry. We'll deal with Lord Maine.
He's not going to get hold of Sorcerer, I can promise you that.
What? What the hell's going on?
Next witness. State your profession.
Research psychologist.
Older profession than that!
And what is your view of the prisoner?
In layman's terms.
Prisoner is an apt word for him.
In what way?
He's a prisoner of his self-image.
Could you elaborate?
When the prisoner has a choice to make, whether it's a trivial one or an important one, he doesn't simply decide, as you or I would, what's best to do. He decides what the person he wants to be would do. This game, for example. He wants to be someone who always wins, no matter what. There was never the slightest chance that he would refuse to play the game. Failure in the game, failure even to take part, would intensify his guilt. It would make it unbearable to the point of driving him mad.
And what is he guilty of?
Ask him.
Are you attracted to the prisoner in any way?
Clinically. It happens.
Thank you for all that you've done for us. We may have a final witness. I'm grateful to you for appearing. Voluntarily, I might add. I realize this may be painful for you, but I'd like you to tell us why you divorced your husband.
The answer's obvious. The relationship between us was over. All we had in common was the business.
Were you really in love with him?
I wouldn't have married him otherwise.
Was he in love with you? Did you suspect that he married you in order to secure his control of Sorcerer?
That was your suspicion, not mine.
Then what went wrong?
Does it matter now? Except for your vanity. I've come to terms with it. You're the one who's acting like some rejected love around here, Magnus. Dragging up the past, picking away at the old wounds. I'll tell you something. For all his faults, I still like Nick. You've turned into some kind of a freak. All I feel for you is pity. You think you're God? You're a freak!
Jenny! Christ! Jenny! I'll bloody get you for this, Magnus! Jenny!
Jenny!
No!
What's she doing here? What the hell do you think you're up to? Now, just a minute. We had a deal. If I went along with you on that nonsense in there, you said... I thought you wanted to take over the company.
I lied. I do that quite a lot.
But Maine's already...
Welcome to it.
I think what he's trying to tell you is that you're a disposable asset.
Game continues.
Au revoir, Nick.
Move one stick to produce a proper equation. Three what? Wise monkeys? Wise men? 1, 1, 1.
Yes. Oh, yes, hello. How are you? What, here? Well, it's completely irregular for a start. What do you mean emergency? Yes, we do have some problems. If you insist.
The issue is the way in which Mr. Thorne is managing this company.
It's not even information, it's promises. And if you can't rely on the people doing the promising, then you're not investing. You're gambling.
You've been known to do some gambling in your time.
Yes, but with my own money.
Our investment in Sorcerer has been a reasonably profitable one, as a matter of fact.
About 400,000 and a bit since you originally rescued them. If you bail them out again, you're 1.6 or so million down. Your shareholders will love that. I didn't quite catch your story on this shortfall.
I said we're investigating.
What do the police have to say?
It's an internal investigation.
And we all know what that means. Hasn't it dawned on you yet that this time tomorrow, the cell doors will be swinging open? This company is breaking the law. Now, I can put things right, short-term and long-term, but I don't have all day. Is it yes, please, or no, thank you?
Look, this is unethical. We should not be doing this without Nicholas.
Well, where the hell is he? Rats and sinking ships, is that the expression?
Afternoon.
No show without punch, I believe you said. Well, now we can get on with it.
Get on with what, Charlie? This outfit's off limits to you.
I'm a guest of these gentlemen.
If I were paranoid, I might think this looked like the first stage of a takeover bid.
First stage was on Saturday.
I've prepared some figures.
I'll bet you have. Gentlemen, I should inform you that Mr. Dark no longer works for this company. As of now. Get out, Tom.
Look, Nicholas, if I could have a private
Out. I don't need private or public words with a backstabbing bastard like you.
Mr. Dark has been trying to persuade us that his lordship...
Of course he has! They're all trying to destroy me. Did he persuade you of that? It's a bloody conspiracy. I don't know why. Jealousy, greed, revenge. They've lied and kidnapped and schemed and put me through these stupid bloody games. And if you start believing them, you're a bunch of bloody fools. You're not listening to me, Tom. I said get out. So, what are you trying to pull?
Sentimentalist.
Forgive me. Well, understanding would do. But then I always did want the impossible, didn't I? Guinevere.
Gotcha. They told me about the fight you put up. What happened? Decided you still wanted to work for me after all?
Magnus conned me after I discovered that Maine had conned me. I didn't want Maine to get away without a fight, that's all. I'm sorry.
No, my fault. I chose to play the game. Look, you don't know what they've done with Jenny, do you?
No, they didn't tell me anything. I'll help you look for her, if you like.
Better not. Last person that did that isn't around anymore. Accident, more or less.
Then go to the police, Nicholas, for Christ's sake. Give me a ring when it's all finished. There'll be a few things to sort out. I'm sorry. Maine was right. I am a bloody fool.
You're not the only one.
So how about a warm welcome for a man who's made big bucks out of the games people play, Mr. Nicholas Thorne. Nicholas.
I started Sorcerer 10 years ago, and I don't invent the games. Other people do that. I just market them. Ruthless? No, no, I don't think so. Just a businessman.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Mr. Nicholas Thorne. Thank you.
It's almost over, my boy. I expect you're wondering where Jenny is. One last thing. 7 times 3. Work that out.
Jen. Jenny.
Nick. What's happening?
We're leaving here. to say. It's my fault in a way, I suppose. If I hadn't...
It's not your fault. Magnus. I've got to do something about him.
It's about an hour's drive. You up to it?
Please. My name is Verniger. I understand you're inquiring about my friend Magnus.
Were you a doctor?
We don't all wear white coats, Mr. Thorne.
Sorry, no. Yeah, about Magnus.
What about him?
We understand he's been released.
Released? Magnus died 7 months ago. He took his own life. He did that every day, all day for the first year. He never spoke a single word in all that time. He was quite docile in every other way. Then one afternoon, when I happened to be present, observing him, he put the dice down suddenly and asked me my name. That was the beginning of an interesting relationship. Over the next few months, we discussed the concept of mental illness, the history of psychiatry and psychoanalysis, the whole range of mental disorder. Finally, he proposed that we should play a game.
What kind of a game?
He would exhibit the symptoms of different illnesses on different occasions, and I would have to work out the answer. I refused the game, of course, but he played it anyway. As I said, an interesting relationship. I miss him.
He was mad, wasn't he?
In layman's terms.
You don't like games, do you? You don't know what they mean.
What do they mean to you?
Rules, moves, conflict, winning, losing, life.
Are you playing a game now?
You can't play a game on your own. You need someone to play with.
And if they don't want to play?
Oh, they always want to play. Secretly. I'll prove it to you.
How?
I can't do it here.
I thought you were happy here.
I can't work here. I'm in danger. I just become ordinary.
What are you now?
I'm a magician.
In layman's terms, he was mad. What was in your terms?
Perhaps one day I will decide. How did he die? By drowning. He was telling me, you see, on that tape. We faked it. It's the only explanation.
Tomorrow, okay? I'm too bloody tired to start that again. Besides...
Besides what?
Thanks for defending me. You meant what you said. That you still like me.
Tomorrow, okay? I'm too bloody tired right now. Can I borrow your bath?
Consider it yours. Scrub your back.
Don't push. Yes? Too bloody tired, remember?
The doctor just called. She... What the hell's that?
What, isn't it yours?
7. What did he say? 7 times 3. 3. You, me, him...
Nick?
Wait. The precinct, the village, the forest, the church, the castle, the tunnel. Jesus, it's only 6.
What are you talking about, Nick?
Faye. And the bracelet. She went there every Monday.
Nick!
It's not over. The game's not over.
Faye? Faye, what? Oh, no. Oh, no! You're mad! You're mad, Magnus! It's a trick, isn't it? Isn't it? There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do except watch. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do! I couldn't save her!
Thank you, Nicholas. No man likes to lose his daughter.
You what?
It was necessary to put myself finally in your hands, for you to redeem your great debt. You have done. Goodbye, Nicholas.
So what happened here?
A year before we started the company, we came out here on the bikes. Magnus's idea. Said there was someone he wanted me to meet. Megan. Said he'd known her since she was a child. We were out in the middle in a boat, messing about. Megan and me. She fell in. And I panicked. I couldn't do it. I just panicked. We never mentioned it again. Either of us. It was always there. Always there.
Well, what now?
Start again?